Do you get frustrated when you see people visiting your country and disrespecting the culture and the people of that country? Hello ramblers of the world, and thank you for joining me on another Mindful Ramble, where we talk all things mindset reset and how it aligns to our journey through life. And as I say, every journey has a story, so let's go. Now, I am one for not getting frustrated or stressed out about other people's actions because a lot of the time they're completely out with our control and there's nothing we can do about it. However, there is times when it does need to be called out and you do need to get your opinion across. And this is one of those occasions. So what am I talking about? Well, you might have seen a viral video that went out recently from Thailand where there's a number of Italian students disrespecting the people, disrespecting the culture of that country. And it made my blood boil. I've got a lot of strong connections to Thailand. I think it's a wonderful country, great people, great culture. And when I see people going there and acting that way, it really does frustrate me. So basically, there was a number of young students on the SkyTrain, and when you're on the train across there, it's a known thing just to be quiet, keep yourself to yourself, no shouting and screaming. I think the same thing happens in Japan as well. However, these students thought it was okay to shout, scream, make lots of noise, and somebody, very rightly, decided to call them out and got their camera out to video them because they then started disrespecting them and being rude to them and saying horrible things to them and obscenities and things like that. And it's just not on. And people need to be very aware nowadays that there's cameras everywhere and things will go viral. And if you act that way towards people, there's a good chance you're going to get caught out. And that's exactly what happened to them. A quick reminder, stay hydrated. So these video went viral. These nasty students got caught out. But it wasn't just them. And this is the bit that really amazed me. Young people, when I was young, I did some daft things. Young people do. They sometimes don't think before they act. And, being young, they do things that aren't always very wise. This is one of those occasions. However, there was a teacher with them, an adult, who should have known better. However, she actually joined in and lowered the standards even further. And I think she was even the one that said that I'm here in Thailand spending money, you should respect me. I'm bringing money to your country, respect me. Money does not buy respect, never. The way you act, the kindness you show, the respect you show, that's what buys respect. So obviously that made it a lot worse. Now, fortunately, they have all been called out, they were arrested, and they've had a fine to pay, and they've also had to make a number of apologies to all these people, including the person that was on the train, the people on the train, and just Thai people in general, which is great, which will hopefully teach them a lesson. And I get it, they're young, being a bit stupid. Hopefully they will learn from this lesson, and it's something they won't do again in the future. But they've also got to understand, people have to understand, as I said before, there's cameras everywhere. If you go out in public and act like that, there's a good chance that it is going to go viral, and lots of people are going to see it, and then the repercussions are going to be really quite bad for you. Now, for example, for them in the short term, obviously not great, they have to leave the country. There's a good chance they might never get back in because of the way they acted. They've been fined, they've had to apologise publicly. But the thing is, when they get older and decide I want to get a job, and they apply for a job, and the person looks online and goes, I'll just check this person, it looks great, CV looks great, goes and checks online, sees these videos and goes, no thank you, I don't want a person like that working for me. So they've got to think about the long-term repercussions of their actions as well. And that's something which I think a lot of people don't think about. As I said before, when I was young, I'm sure I was a bit cheeky and I made some silly decisions. However, I was thinking back when I saw this video, and I thought when I went abroad, it doesn't matter how old I was, I would be respecting that country's people, the culture. You know, even when I was like I don't know how old they are, but you know, teenagers, early 20s, I knew how to show respect to people, especially when I'm travelling in their country. And that's the bit that really frustrates me, that they think they can go ahead and just do that whenever they want. They can say what they want, act any way they want. But the thing is, when you're travelling, your character goes with you. So whenever you're travelling, it's just so important just to treat people with kindness, and treat people with respect, and their culture as well. There's cameras everywhere, and you are going to get caught out, and you just don't know the long-term repercussions that this could have on you and your life, and they certainly don't. Now I hope when they go home they learn some valuable lessons, and I hope they have some honest conversations with their parents, who I'm sure are, well I hope, are quite embarrassed by what they've seen. And that's the other thing as well, long-term repercussions. There's a good chance they might never get back into Thailand because they'll apply for a visa. The Thai authorities will look back on their history and go, don't think so, you're not coming back here. So they've lost that opportunity to go and visit such a fantastic country when they get older. Now going back to the adult who was there at the time, I'm not sure what will happen to her, but she's, I would say, in an even worse position because she should have known better, and the way she acted was shocking, especially if she was the one going on about saying things like, I'm bringing money to this country, you should respect me, I can do what I want because I'm bringing money here. No, you can't. Unfortunately for her, I think when she goes home, being a teacher as well, I think she was a teacher, and she could have a few issues with her current career. And I actually think she should probably think about having a re-evaluation, because if that's the way she acts in front of people, she should not be teaching the younger generation that way of doing things. So that's today's video. Hope you have found it interesting, beneficial. If you've not seen the video, please go online and have a look. I'm sure you'll find it very easily. It went viral. It was everywhere I looked when it first came out. It seemed to be everywhere. When I make these videos, you know, I talk about mindset reset and how it aligns to our journey through life, and techniques to help us manage it, control it, stop overthinking, and to get over things like self-doubt. But at the same time, I want to make it real life as well. So when these kind of examples pop up, like this one has, I like to share them, get my thoughts about it across. And if you have watched the video, I would love for you to comment, let me know what your thoughts about it all are. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you disagree? It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on this whole scenario and what's come out on the back of it. But I'm going to leave you there now with the big message is, when you are travelling anywhere in the world, please show respect to others, to other people's culture. And one quick caveat, I know I'm saying that, and I'm not saying everybody in this world deserves your kindness or your respect. There is people out there, very small percentage, but there is some nasty folk out there who have done some horrendous things, and yes, they don't deserve any of that. And they should be hopefully dealt with in the right way. But that's a very small percentage, very small. Most of the time when you're abroad, you really do want to just respect their culture and respect the people of that country. It's a far better way to live. And trust me, it will keep you happier it will also have that knock-on effect to your mindset as well, if you do treat people in the right way. Right, I'm going to leave you there now. As always, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could subscribe, like, share and comment, all that good stuff as usual. So it does help me to build this channel bigger and better. And I'll see you all again next time for the next video, where I'll be specifically talking about living on autopilot and how we can get past that to help us live that happier, more fulfilling life. And I'll see you all next time. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my mindful ramble in the beautiful countryside, and I'll see you all next time. Stick that in your journal.